Hideous Laughter, they've got 26 cards. I think we have to try something. This isn't impossible though. Yeah, like I said, but some decks this card is very good against. Yo, what is up folks, TripCG here, and we're looking at Mill in Timeless. Pretty sweet deck, got some new tools without an adjunction, namely Archive Trap, and there's also some mana drains here, but like, less of a big deal about this. Archive Trap for Mill, 3 blue, if an opponent searches a library this turn, with like a fetch land maybe, you may pay 0 rather than pay its mana cost. And it's just target opponent mills 13 cards, which is a lot of their library. Pretty solid, pretty solid. Fetch lands are obviously really popular in the format, means this is going to be always in line. There are points where people have run things like Ghost Quarter, things like Field of Ruin in order to trigger Archive Trap. We're not doing that here, but it's another kind of angle potentially, depending which way you want to go down. I've put together a bit more of a mid-rangey mill deck, and by that I mean I have some interaction. I've got Fatal Pushes to deal with the creatures, I've got Thoughties to kind of like split up our opponent's hand, disrupt combo stuff, and there's also some mana drains here around our mill package. And so, hey, we can still like play a reasonable game plan without needing to like, you know, hit the jackpot like, oh yeah, we hit like a double Archive Trap, I'm just going to mill you a bunch of cards. And we're also not playing Mesmerical, but it's definitely a card that you can think about, and it's another way you can go down. If you want to, you can play Mono Blue, play like Mesmerical, Fraying Sanity, you know, on that route. But here we are today. So I talked about, we've got Thoughtseize, we've got Fatal Push, these are like interactive things, we don't want to die to burn, we want to be able to strip away combo stuff. Mana drain here is just like pretty good value, lets you like put that mana into, maybe you need to hard class an Archive Trap, maybe you can Hideous Laughter, get some other discounts going. Kick, Maddening Cacophony, we've got a couple copies of this here, and that's fine. We have Brainstorm for some smoothing, nice, and then the mill cards start with the Ruin Crab. Blue for an 03, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 3 cards. Obviously we've got fetch lands, we can either do this on turn 1 and then let it like fetch and go on turn 2, get a couple of triggers, or we can play it on turn 2, obviously, then play a fetch land, so you're kind of guaranteed to get the triggers off of it, rather than having it be removed. But it's just very, very solid. A lot of cards for mana invested. With Archive Trap, we have a little neat combo, and that is with Scheming Symmetry. Black sorcery, choose 2 target players, each of them searches the library card, shuffles it and puts it on top. Except, Archive Trap says, if an opponent searches the library, you may pay 0 and they mill 13 cards, which, of course, will include the card they searched for. There's a nice little 1-2 punch here, and a pretty neat interaction. We can go tutor for another big card, or tutor for the next Archive Trap or Hideous Laughter, and then be able to like trap them. And they don't get the card, we get our 1 mana tutor. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The rest of the mill package. So we've got 4 copies of Glimpse of the Unthinkable, 2 mana, 10 cards, super efficient. Kind of along these lines, we have Founding the Third Path, which is a read ahead saga. So the first step says you can cast instant or sorcery spell with mana value 1 or 2 from your hand without paying its mana cost. So you can put it into play on 2, and then like Glimpse the same turn, or Maddening Cacophony the same turn, we'll get to this in a second, or cast one of these things. The second stage, target player mills 4 cards, okay, it's like a little bit of milling. The third stage, you exile target instant or sorcery from your graveyard, and copy it, you can then cast the copy. You have to pay the mana, but it lets you like Glimpse, like play it, Glimpse, mill them for 4, and then Glimpse them again, or Recurring Tasha's Hideous Laughter in particular. And just like 2 of these can put decks like down to no cards, which is pretty sweet. And so hey, some extra value here. Maddening Cacophony, 2 in a blue, 1 in a blue. Each opponent mills 8 cards, so it doesn't target, I guess, which is neat. There's a couple of things that don't target here actually, which is cool. If it was kicked, instead each opponent mills half their library, so we can kick it, especially with mana drain here. If we count like a 4-drop, you can immediately just dump the mana into this. You can cast it off of Founding, and again, like later on in the game, you can flashback with Founding the Third Path, kick it again, or whatever. And then Tasha's Hideous Laughter. It's like a polarizing card, I guess. So 1 blue, each opponent exiles cards from the top of the library until that player's exile cards with total mana value 20 or more. There are some decks in the format where this is really good. They're playing like a bunch of 1 mana spells and creatures, they're playing Mistress Baubles, they've got a bunch of land, like, solid. There are also decks in the format where this is less good, and they might be playing like Omniscience and stuff, playing Show and Tell. And for those matchups, this is worse. But the upside is super high. Even against those decks, you're likely to hit like a stack of cards that are like zeros, lands and stuff, and get a bunch of stuff. So the upside is good enough. The last thing, other than the lands are super straightforward. It's like 12 fetches, 2 Watery Graves, and other city sewers. We've got our Surveyor land in here, and our Tawara, a swamp and island. Just very, very straightforward. We've got the like basically max allowance of fetches to let us trigger Ruin Crab. The last thing is Lurrus. Turns out we just don't have any permanents of mana value 2 or more, sorry, 3 or more, and so we can play Lurrus for free, recur Ruin Crab, recur Founding, which is kind of cute, and it's just okay. It's free enough. We might as well do it. And so we have a companion here with Lurrus the Dream Den. Should be pretty sweet. Going to take this into some best of 1 ranked games. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. And also, I'm currently streaming on Twitch over at twitch.tv/TR3VTCG. And so if you're interested in checking that out, then yeah, as well. Cool. Let's get into some games. Alright. First match here. We have Thoughtseize, we have Symmetry. Symmetry is interesting. So we can do Symmetry and Brainstorm together on turn 2. The reason for that is then we can immediately mill the cards. If you don't have a way to draw the card you find off Symmetry, it's a little tough. So it means we can Symmetry straight for the Archive Trap, which is really solid. We will go ahead and keep this. My camera has again seemed to just decide to defocus itself. That's cool. This is my fault. We'll lead on Flooded Strand. I think I am just gonna catch up on Thoughtseize. So see what's going on and clear the way a little bit. Start the game on 15 life. I will at some point play some Death Shadow and stuff as well. I've not had a chance to. Not had a chance is the right word. It's just a very, I guess, obvious deck as I've not got it. I've also got a blue-white control list, which I think is pretty solid too. Okay, Brainstorm from there means they can make him maybe hide some stuff. Breeding Pool implies some kind of Aurora control deck, I think, but who knows? They show us double the Emerald team. I guess I'm gonna take one of these. There's one card that so this card is the card they wanted. Let's see. They've not assembled the team yet. Which is interesting. Alright. Maybe me missequence these lands, but it looks like my life will matter too much. So I'm gonna Symmetry here. I don't really know what's up. We have a Thoughtseize to put back on top. We actually, not being able to fetch stuff. We're going to Brainstorm lock ourselves a little bit. I think I'm going to put these Glimpses back. Fine. And then we will go ahead and Archive Trap here. Well, he's here for Show and Tell. That tells us a decent amount. Alright. Show and Tell, the Feyre wishes here imply it's like Omni-Tell. So Show and Tell Omniscient specifically. Spell Snare. I forgot this is on that one. It's a tutor here, but we have a Thoughtseize. We will go ahead and cast that. They're going to scoop it up. Alright, fair enough. Well, we've played 1 mill card in total. That's cool. I've not really played much of any of the Assembled team decks. Ooh, Scheming Symmetry early is great. Still they're up to. We don't have a way to draw the second one, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. We could use this one to find a way to enable this one. Yeah, I guess we'll use Symmetry. Let me do this. Use Symmetry for Archive Trap, and then we have Symmetry Archive Trap next turn as well. And then that Symmetry gets to find us our next thing. Maybe that's Hideous Laughter. We'll see what we hit. We've got the 3 lands already. Oh, they're playing prime time. Okay, interesting. We hit one Primeval Titan. They're playing Chalice. That's kind of tough. Charm is interesting. They have a Bog there. Alright. And Ent in the main deck as well. Very interesting. Meal Bamboo. Meal Bamboo. Meal Bamboo. Just having the old Bamboo. I'm gonna go ahead and do this again. What are we finding? Hideous Laughter is probably not great here, right? So the Primal Titans themselves are 6, the natural orders are 4, the Arduous Charms are 3. What's like the best thing? Do this way around. What do they see for now? Maybe they can choose something they want in the graveyard. So from our side, like founding, I should know actually what the best thing to see for is probably. I think the answer is Hideous Laughter still. Surgical Extractions is in this format now, which is quite interesting. I'm gonna find Hideous Laughter. We'll try this and see how it goes. I feel like there should be a backup plan. Let me do something more powerful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands we've gone through. Probably leaves like 24 left in the deck. Normally it's about like between 28 and 32 lands, depending on how greedy people are being. Oh, that was huge. Okay. So we hit 2 natural orders, the Crater Hoof. Ah, okay, yeah. All natural orders are gone. That's good. Second Primeval Titan. The Hideous Laughter should be good, but we shall see. Westvale is sweet. This is some cool tag. Once you get a bunch of zombies off of I have a video on the Titan field deck as well. There haven't been tons of new things. Like I like the natural order builds now, I think, but I'm not sure there's not actually that many creature targets. I'm no intention of pushing the Kami. Alright. Gonna run this out. No reason not to find a basic. Hideous Laughter. I got like a decent number of cards, right? They've got 5 cards left in the library. The Titan gone. They have a prime time. 1, 2, 3 fields are here. They have no lands to find. We might be dead. That's pretty crazy. Brainstorm, please. Okay, we got that. There you go, we put Luris into our library. Okay, we get there. Okay. The other thing which is worth, I think, noting is that people play pretty greedy with their mana base in this format. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna lead fetching Swamp and Thoughtseizing. With the Luris, this absolutely presents that we are some kind of Rakdos deck. But also, this was actually the stupidest thing you could do. Oh, I can't believe I thought that. Alright, well, I'm dumb. I'm also gonna take the Lava Cow. I was like, I'll find a Swamp and Thoughtseize. Why? Why on earth? Right, now I look less stupid, but it's still pretty stupid. Don't know. This should have been a blue black source. We might have like ruin crab and like fetch a couple of times this time or something. But I think casting founding is probably more beneficial. I will find a water grave now. Jeez, what are we doing? What am I doing here? Reinforces again, strip their hand back. Then I get to make it a Shoba. Pretty good. They could also. They probably do play a breeding pool. This should get summoned out. Is what I'm trying to say. I've messed this up so badly. Oh well, somewhat badly. Yeah, okay, there we go. I love breakout on these decks. Like, it's really, really good. Yeah, they got a Carbu as well. A 4/4, they get to loot off it and stuff. The way we should have started this game is we should have gone. The fetch for abilities was good. We need to find a blue source so we could Hedron Crab and then play a fetch land on Sensi. Hedron Crab, Ruin Crab, and then play a fetch land on Sensi. This was a bit silly. Okay. This time, we will Ruin Crab. We will play a Flooders Round. They will mill 3 cards. Okay, still playing the Bowmaster version as well. Okay. Take 1 here. Grab an island. Trigger 1, 2, 3. Versus this deck in particular, you can kind of cut off some of their, like, they just don't have, they won't have another Temple Garden here, for example. They just won't have one. Play this on C, have them mill 4 cards. Like, they're not going to have Survive Trade on their deck anymore. The mill effects are actually pretty good versus Z. Even if you might just get run over and Tribal Flames out of the game. Which is certainly something that can happen. The difference between 4 and 5 is pretty negligible. I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna not block right now. Right, they're gonna find another land. They need to find a swamp. They shot for the Evergreen team? Oh, that's aggressive. I'm gonna hold up the stubborn denial. I guess that makes sense. Oh, they just have the Tribal Flames. The thing is that me. No, it doesn't matter. I should block. Okay. We'll keep this. Like, we have the archive trap, but like no way to like trigger it ourselves. We have a pretty good hand other than that. Okay. There's just no reason not to. Yeah, I was like, oh, I know I won't take damage because they might be an aggro deck. But yeah. It's just stupid. This is a different Z play. Our hand is not really not super vulnerable to Bowmasters, all these other cards. I'm going to take the Petrol Carbu because that's the one that draws in towards other stuff. So I guess it does mean the requirement to fetch in a certain way. Okay. Founding. Do they draw into Stubborn Denial? This seems like the zoo build seems to be pretty stuck. I know someone did well with it at one of the like timeless open things. What do we hit? Well, Basic Forest isn't going to help us. Temple Garden, Sacred Foundry. I can get a 5. Okay. They can go 4. Coffany versus thing. 22 cards. Let's get Coffany. We'll just try and nuke the most things possible. So they have the option to leyline binding our founding here. It's not literally the worst. It's like it means we're taking 5. I'm not taking more. They're not putting another threat into play. They can play a land. Do they have a black source to find? Overgrown team's gone. I don't know. They're looking to Bowmasters or something. This is a rough one. Planes into second edition ruler. This is like likely to be lethal. Oh, how many cards do they have? 12 cards? I think this probably gets us there. Depends how many bindings they have left. Not enough bindings. Alright. Nice. Ooh, a mana drain hand. No archive trap, like yeah. Feels like you have to keep these. We don't do anything on turn 1. I think that's fine. You can kind of live with that. At least at the moment we're not doing anything on turn 1. This last rate is fine. I'm gonna actually respond to this. Doing this is like putting the fear into some people. I just actually don't want to get stifled. I should let them finish fetching. But then. This also gives them information, I guess. But I want to do this stuff and not get stifled. But this is probably giving away much more than the risk of potentially getting stifled is. Alright, I would like you to mill 26 cards, please. What are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4 sides of Planchairs gone. Oko to Fairy, binding. So there's 1 binding left in the deck. 2 expressives, which should probably mean 2 expressives left in the deck. 1 counterspell. Depends. Those are the crafted mana drains. They could have some potential of mana drain or counterspell. Anyway. Unsure. Alright, expressive, like, snapping off on turn 2 is kind of aggressive. I'm really curious to see what these new free spells are coming to Timeless do. Like, I'm very excited for them in Modern as well. But, Timeless, I'm like, what on earth is going to happen here? Yeah, mana drain, but we should Founding. Got some more cards off. This is 18. Here we have some choices. I think we're pushing into anything. We're not actually going to get much value off the third mode here. Maybe you should have saved this and tried to hold up mana drain for Planeswalker. That's what they want to do. The leyline binding, the reason why the leyline bindings are important, also they hit Feyre Wishes as well, and a Lorien revealed, and a Digging Time. The reason why this is kind of important is that ooh, okay. I like some archive trap. The crazy thing is that actually, if we'd alright, do we sit here with mana drain or do we try and hit its laughter? We have 18 cards left. So if we try and map out their deck, their binding is 6. They can have one of those in hand. Do a second Hideous Laughter, they're currently tapped out. I think it makes sense to just run this out. Even though I want to kind of get some Ruin Crab value, I think this makes sense. I'm gonna I don't want to grief. We have 3 cards left in that deck. Okay. 3 is a pretty solid number. This is also implying they don't have a way to shuffle, which they might not. They also might. We'll see. Spell Pierce? You do have a Spell Pierce, okay. A little careful.
Welcome to the feast.
7 force. Currently this isn't lethal unless they have lightning bolts in the deck. I'm playing red, but I feel like it's just very expressive given what we've seen in the graveyard. I have 2 cards. I do cast this. Feels weird. I kind of half don't expect this to resolve. One thing is, like, is there anything better than a land that we can get? I don't think there is. I get founding actually. I'm just gonna say go here. It'd still end up dead, which sucks. I mean, it feels like, hey, if you got the start, it should be unlosable, right? But yeah. Currently, we're taking 7, going to 8. We can bait with the Ruin Crab first. If they have a land, if we have a land, obviously they have to counter this. I'm gonna mana drain this. We have to hope they don't have Spell Pierce. Can't really play around it. The last card is Spell Pierce, then we lose. Ah, it's a ley line. We also like the lightning bolt, but yeah, we get there. Nice. Okay, we use Symmetry plus a way to like how to do this stuff again. Hit his like this is a lot hand. We'll keep this. The way because we want to do this on turn 2 actually, which also delays us playing Founding a little bit. So actually, it's not the fastest start. We could also do this a bit later. It's a little bit more dangerous. We'll see. I think we want to use the Bloodstone Mire. Actually, to be fair, we don't actually have another basic island to fetch. We'll use this to fetch a Surveil land. Blue. One of the islands of all time. Yeah, I do actually kind of think these are nice. It's a bit jarring on Arena because nobody, literally, this is the first time I've seen someone use one, I think. But in paper, like, yeah, yeah. Seeing Basic Island Brainstorm, I think I'd away. Might regret that. By now, yeah, I say the Flood Strand so I don't Brainstorm lock myself. I'd like to shuffle one of these foundings away. I'm gonna Scheming Symmetry. Is it me and you? Grab the Archive Trap. I thought it was a second archive trap for a second. I got baited. Alright, let's put founding. Do we have mana drain? Do you put both foundings back and just like rely on hideous laughters? I kind of like this idea. Okay. Omniscience. Go through 2 Thoughtseize, 3 Show and Tells. I think 3 Show and Tells is pretty nice. This turn I think we say go. Let me try mana drain. I have to kind of expect some nonsense. I will mana drain Thoughtseize, that's fine. You got me. No fetch here. I don't want the founding still. I'll find that. This I have to kind of miserable. Okay, 1, 2 assemble the teams. The demonic suit is gone. 1 omniscience. Third assemble a team here. Shot for a Warrior Grave. Player founding. Mill for a further 4 cards. Here's the thing, like there's not loads of interaction, but hey. Maybe they have the 4th show and tell. So 1 Omni. Dig. 2 Omni. Depends what we can see. We might just oh, they're gonna skip it up. It's fair. Alright. Thoughtseize, Archive Trap, Brainstorm. We'll keep this. Luris. Yeah, this is the burn deck. Okay, that's fine. I think then we'll just fatal push this. Very nice. I'm gonna give you Delirium. A little tough, but here we are. We have Searing Bloods. The Idle one's annoying too. Alright. I don't like casting this Thoughtseize. Maybe we hold a Thoughtseize until we're at the point we get Luris. I'm gonna end turn. I'll let them cast some spells into this Idle one. But and to remove it. Not that we actually have a way to kill through normal damage. So we have a choice here. We're on 13. New Idle one is rough. I guess we brainstorm now then. I was gonna maybe think about getting a Surveil Land, but I think this makes sense. Okay. I can't even shuffle both these Thoughtseize in a way. It's tough. Yeah, this might be one we lose horribly. Given they have 37 cards in the library. We're at 14, go to 13, 1, 2, 3. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, they added Luris. What is now online? Bump. Bump resolves. Go to 7, go to 6. They have Luris. They can't flashback bump yet. At least. Sewers. Founding Fatal pushes. Never mind. Hideous Laughter. They've got 26 cards. They're going to have to try something. This isn't impossible though. Yeah, like I said, but some decks this card is very good against. That is yep. There's like half your library. Alright, well that was a set of games. This deck seems really, really good. We played against a few different matches. We got a little bit lucky there versus Burn, maybe. But like I said, some matches, Tasha's Hideous Laughter is really, really good against. And some decks where they're playing a bunch of like Omnisciences and stuff, you want to try and like hit the right halves of the deck with the Archive Traps, hit the right halves of the deck with the Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Bit of column A, bit of column B. You play the matchups. This is a more interactive version of Mill. Where the Thought Seizes, the Fatal Pushes, the Mana Drains helps kind of even things out a little bit. Because some matches are pretty polarizing. If we didn't have a Fatal Push, for example, for the DRC on turn 1 there, we'd have been all kinds of like smoked. So hey. And similarly, like this gives us a game against these give us game against some of the combo decks. This gives us a game against aggro, and like the whole package is pretty resilient. Again, if you're interested in like different ways to play the deck, Mesmeric Orb, really, really solid, just mills a ton of cards, and then going mono blue like Fraying Sanity, Enchantment is pretty good as well. But then you're kind of like passing on some interaction, as well as passing upon Glimpse, which, pardon the pun, seems unthinkable to me. Yeah, deck's really, really good. Huge fan, and has been playing like super, super well. Archive Trap, super great, and yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do share it around, like it, subscribe to the channel. Check me out on Twitch. I've been streaming there a bit more recently. Twitch.tv/TCG. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out. Have a great day.